Welcome to the Spartan Center. Mike Straub alongside Jay Garvey tonight, bringing you Milton Hershey boys basketball. The Spartans taking on Middletown tonight. I tell you what, I just watched that open again. If you had a chance to see that, that is incredible work. You guys do a fantastic job. It is the best stuff. All right, let's give you a look at what we're in for tonight, Jay. The Spartans come into this one 12-1 this season, 8-1 in the Mid-Penn Capital Division. There's Middletown, 7-5 overall, 4-3. Spartans rolled through Middletown early in the season, but Jay, that was back when Middletown was just barely done playing football. So it'll be a very different roster tonight.
Yeah, you know, and this game was originally scheduled for beginning of last week, but unfortunately with the weather and snow, it was pushed back a day and then another day. So I know that the team's probably been very anxious for this game to come. Again, it's a rematch of an earlier game, but I think, you know, we probably are going to see a much different Middletown team tonight. They've had their basketball legs back now for several weeks. Got a huge crowd here tonight. Yeah,
it's a great crowd, and that's because Middletown's not that far away. It's a lot of Middletown fans, you know, directly in front of where we are perched in the Spartan Center. And what's cool, you know, when you think about Middletown has handed it to the Spartans in football the last 2 years. Middletown has been one of the best football teams in the state. So it's always fun to watch it kind of transition from one sport to the next. You know, guys like Naeem Cross in the locker room today saying, all right, guys, I want to get these guys back. I had a bad taste in my mouth in a football game. They're on their home court tonight in the Spartan Center. They want to dish out a little punishment of their own. Spartans really, that one loss, you go back to 12-1, we haven't been with you since that loss. That was at Trinity. It was right after the 2.5-week break that is so unique to just the Spartans. Zerby can't practice with his guys. Nobody else goes through that. It was freezing cold that whole month, so nobody was at home practicing. So to go in, they played a very good Trinity team down to basically the last couple of minutes, and they lost that game. Now, why do I bring that up now? Middletown has a win over Trinity, so let's not overlook the Blue Raiders at all tonight. Just because the Spartans beat them a couple weeks ago, just because they're 7-5, bunch of good teams in this division. You look up and down those standings. It's going to be a tough one tonight. We're excited you are with us. Tweet it, put it on Facebook, let people know you're watching. It's going to be a lot of fun. As we get ready for the Blue Raiders starting lineup, let's talk a little bit about some of the guys who have been doing some really impressive work. So after that 2.5-week break, Jay, what, the Spartans played like 4 games in 5 nights? Yeah, they again, you know, you mentioned that they're coming off a long break, probably had a very difficult game, but then I know they rebounded, had some good wins against East Penn, also playing at West Perry and Camp Hill, and there's another game in there somewhere, but well, playing better. They average better than like 80 points a game through those contests. Guys like Donye Baylor Carroll just absolutely lit up. I know he had better than 30 points a couple of times in that contest. And then Pedro Rodriguez also had a 38-point game at East Pennsboro, I believe. So the Spartans, if they get the chance to get out and run, they can just fill it up, and that will be the plan tonight. It's amazing to watch teams decide, okay, you know what, we'll run with you, because the Spartans admittedly are not going to play the toughest defense. They want to get down and score points. And Middletown, super athletic squad. We might be in for a track meet tonight, or maybe it'll be a football game. Might be a lot of bodies clashing out there, but we're looking forward to it. Yeah, I spoke with Pedro earlier in the week, and one of the things he said that I think that makes this team so powerful is, you know, as you mentioned, there's been a couple of games where he's been the leading scorer. Donye's kind of, you know, taking much more of a role of getting the ball, dishing the ball and everything. But what's happening is you're finding when someone needs to step up, someone's stepping up and filling a role. That's what makes this team so powerful. You know, they've got a couple guys comes off the bench, you know, provide a spark here and there. I know Josh Parra, you know, he had been kind of off the bench. I think we're going to see him back in the starting lineup tonight. In fact, you see him coming on right there. You know, a sophomore that, you know, they have very high expectations. And I think in talking with Coach Zerby at the beginning of the game, one of the things they need from Josh is not only is he probably their biggest guy, he plays center, but he is so athletic. You know, hopefully, you know, we'll get a chance to see tonight. The other night against Camp Hill, they ran this zone defense, the trap defense, coming into the second half. They were behind Camp Hill coming in the second half. They had like a 16-0 run to start the third quarter out of that trap defense. And Coach Zerby saying it really starts with Josh Parra. Yeah, I love when they put Parra at the top of that zone. He's long, athletic. He gets after it. It's very exciting. So starting 5 as we see it so far, Jaden Young, Josh Parra, Carrington Smith, Pedro Rodriguez, and Donye Baylor Carroll. And it's been cool to watch this team's kind of discover its identity and see other scorers surround Donye. You know, Donye probably felt a lot of pressure coming into the season, but he's got other guys who can fill it up. And I'll say this is probably an unpopular opinion. but that loss is probably a good thing.
Yeah, it couldn't have happened probably at a better time.
But for this team to be 12-1, they're still in first place. Every game is so important right now in that district placings, but not carrying that burden of being undefeated now. They can just play. They can just have that attitude, that swagger, not worry about the pressure of carrying an O on their back. And they just go out there and have a big, big night, and that's what we hope to see tonight. We'll take a break with the gym here. Packed house in the Spartan Center for the playing of our national anthem. Nice job by a couple of senior division students there. And Jay, the reason we have a nice big crowd tonight, this is an off night. I'm looking around the gym now. I'm actually picking out a couple of coaches who are scouting
CLDs
tonight.
here.
Yeah, there's not usually a Monday night is not a busy night, so this is the marquee matchup in the mid-pen tonight.
Yep, and before we get too far in, we got to celebrate a couple of birthdays tonight. Josh Parra, believe it or not, only turning 16. Jaden Young also celebrating a birthday tonight. And actually, we also want to wish a happy birthday to Pedro's mom, Nancy, on the Allentown area. He wanted to make sure that he sent her out a happy birthday wish. Hopefully he can provide her with a nice play tonight and a big win.
Battle for the tip, and it makes its way to Jaden Young, so Spartans control it. Middletown trying to trap right off the inbounds, and it nearly, Spartans are really out of sorts, but here's Danye for three. Settle the masses, no problem.
That's a good sign.
Just about an inch from Brady Fox and knocked it down. Spartans just going man-to-man, half-court defense to get things set here. Nice pass intercepted by Jaden Young. He looks to push. Coast to coast, Jaden Young leaves it short. And now Middletown will look to push. 3-on-2. Danye gets out of the way, doesn't want to pick up an early foul, and it's dropped in by Trey Leach. Quickly ahead, Carrington. Takes a look, nothing there. He'll shoot that. They gave him all the space in the world. Not in there. Danye, quick rebound off glass high and in. Danye's got 5 quick ones.
Not only is he a scoring machine, but he surprisingly gets a lot of rebounds. Just got such great basketball knowledge.
Brady Fox, quick jumper, no good, and there's Parra's first rebound. Danye with his head up, right into the teeth. Pulls up from 12 and hits it. Uh-oh. I don't want to get too excited early, folks, but he's 3 for 3.
This is not a good sign for Middletown. See Danye hot from the get-go.
I mean, Spartans just fill it up so quick. We're not even a minute into the game. It's just over a minute.
I think one of the goals Zerby has, as soon as they get the ball, he wants a shot off within 7 or 8 seconds.
There's a quick three by Middletown, rebound by Carrington Smith. Oh, but he throws it away. Just got to stay calm, stay calm. And that's, you're going to get that. Zerby likes to push so much. Sometimes these guys get a little ahead of themselves, but that's a unforced error, if you will. Trey Leach inbounds it. If you watch Middletown football, it's interesting to see Brady Fox without his helmet off. You can see why that guy's such a beast.
Recognize the ponytail.
Oh, yeah. Parra gives him space after that first jumper was so badly missed. Down low, stolen away by the Spartans. Nice job by Parra and Jaden Young. Carrington a hand in there, and Danye will push. Pulls up. 4 for 4, Danye Baylor Carroll.
I think he's feeling it tonight.
I was going to say Middletown's got to call timeout, and Coach does. He says, you got to stop that guy. So Danye is 4 for 4. He's got 10 points, and the Spartans lead 10-2. And we're just about 2 minutes into this contest. So here we were, all the things that Middletown can do. We were very, enthusiastic in giving them credit. Maybe we skipped over just how well Danye is playing.
Well, and something to keep in mind, they have some players on their team. Last game, number 0, number 11, number 23. Those 3 players represented 53 of their 64 shots. So, we certainly know where we need to focus our defense tonight.
Well, Chris Plummer is 0 for 1. He's with the ball right now. He's the aforementioned number 11. Look at the way they defend Brady Fox, just as if he's non-existent with the ball in his hands. And Spartans play so aggressively that it's so strange to watch them defend like this. And Fox will drive, and they leave him alone from there, and he nearly hit it. Battle for the board. And the thing is, when Parra gives them that much space, he's not in a position to rebound. And there's a foul on Parra. Nice take by Trey Leach right into Josh Parra.
Josh Parra really so long. When you see those arms, I mean, he is he's about 6'3", 6'4", but he really has got some long arms and has really been playing some great defense.
Yeah, and he's a strong guy. Sometimes you get a tall, kind of skinny, lanky guy. He's built like a man, no doubt about it. He's ready to tangle down there with anybody. Trey Leach knocks them both down. Spartans quick to push. Pedro's got a touch here. Carrington in the corner goes to the baseline, gets bumped, but he stepped out of bounds. Danye has it. He looks to drive. Everybody guards him. He gives up to Carrington. That's short. Pedro, nice rebound. Too strong on the putback, though. Now the ball's bouncing around. It's run down by Trey Leach. He slices through. Ball's knocked loose, and it's dropped in by Chris Plummer. So Middletown's made some adjustments out of the timeout. But Danye's still gonna, misses that one. His first miss.
Good
nice rebound, Josh Parra drops it in.
Showing that length.
Talking about his muscle, just running people over. 12-6 Spartans. Spartans still sticking with this man-to-man. Nice drive and hit there. Kyle Truesdale found an opening. A lot of seniors on this Middletown roster. What a different athletic program they will have next year. About everybody on this roster is a senior. That's a foul on Trey Leach. He was looking for it. Zerbe's going to go to the bench for the first time. Naeem Cross will check in. Let's put a football player on the floor against the football players. Replaces Carrington Smith.
He's taking out Josh Wetzel. He looked like he had been assigned to cover Danye. They pretty much are going to assign a bodyguard to Danye from here on out, it looks like.
Well, Jaden Young will take a 3, and Danye grabs the board, turns and shoots. It's a wild shot, doesn't go.
Nope.
I think he's a little bit further away than you realized. Plummer looks to push. He's met by Pedro, pulls up for a 3 in transition and hits it. Chris Plummer. And we got a game. It's a 1-point game now. Nobody stops Jaden Young. Gives it to Naeem. Back to Jaden. Giving him a lot of space. Pedro will take a 3. Back iron. Rebound Brady Fox.
Spartans need to do a better job of getting inside there to get a rebound.
Transition jumper doesn't go. Battle for the board. It's off somebody's foot, off of Plummer's own foot. Nice rebound by Chris Plummer, battling for that. Middletown goes to the bench. Leach and Fox get a round of applause. Screen for Young, pass to Naeem for layup, and for some reason he got just a little bit out of sorts and couldn't get it to go. It was a perfectly designed play. Transition, a lot of steps.
I know, that looked like could have been a walk. Trying to avoid the charge.
Refs let him go.
Good defense by Pedro.
Pedro switches, now the Spartans are cut out of position and it's dropped in. That's Truesdale again. So Middletown has its first lead, 13-12. Danye pushes and draws the foul. It's Tyler Petrosky dropped those in. So give credit to the Blue Raiders. They made the adjustments and now they've taken a lead here.
Yep.
Young sets it up. There's a screen from Parra. Young goes the other way. Gives it to Naeem in the paint. Pump fake goes up. Doesn't go. Tip, 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 tip. Naeem has it. Looks to go again, but lowers the boom. That's an offensive foul.
Might have been a little bit of a good acting job there.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell Chris Plummer's a smart player, got in position for it, and he took that hit and hit the ground. Spartans will go back to the bench. Avon Cross will check in. Now we got both the Cross brothers on the floor as Para takes a breather.
Avon had quite a few really good, solid minutes against Camp Hill the other night. Showed a lot of hustle, played some great defense.
See how long he is defensively right away.
Again, another young sophomore for the team.
There's a three. No good. Rebound.
There's that rebound.
There's Cross on it. Avon, that is. Ahead to Pedro in transition. Gets caught out of position. He's going to, I thought it would just be a travel. They call him for a foul.
That one is a little questionable.
I thought I admittedly thought he traveled with it, but what would be the foul there? Using the ball, I guess, to clear some space? I mean, admittedly, though, it's player control, and he was definitely out of control. So you give the refs the chance to blow the whistle, they're going to do it. Still a one-point game. Spartans looked a little out of sorts here in the past couple of minutes. Nice D from Pedro. Here comes the trap. Blue Raiders find the open man, however, and knock down the three. David Alcock. Blue Raiders lead by 4. Danye. Jaden drives. He's through.
Nice
gives it
dish.
to Naeem. Basket in the foul. It was a great drive by Jaden to make that happen. The junior shooting guard, Jaden Young, and Naeem Cross misses the three-point play, but it's bounced around and then controlled by the Blue Raiders. It's Avon Cross creating some havoc. Oh, man, left wall alone. Petrosky got it. 2 threes in a row for the Blue Raiders. Jaden, head of steam. Oh, nice pass again for Avon Cross. May have gotten away with a walk, but it's in. We'll take it. Long pass ahead. Complete, but missed. Oh, Spartans got ball watching. Oh, but there's Danye coming with a steal and a foul. You know what?
He's always around the ball.
And David Alcock's not happy with the foul. It's a smart play. I would think a coach would say, listen, we're only going to lose if we let them run on us. Foul, foul, foul. Stop those transition ones. Make the Spartans beat you at the free throw line in one-on-ones.
Well, and that has been a source of struggle here lately, but I'll tell you, the person you do not want to foul is Danye. I think he was 13 for 13 the other night from the stripe.
Pedro gives it to Danye. He'll run the offense. Picks up his dribble, lobs it over to Jaden Young, wide open in the corner. Short, but Naeem can run down that long rebound. To Pedro on a nice cut.
Another offensive foul.
And Pedro's going to have to come out frustrated there. I guess give credit to the Blue Raider defense for being in position to take that charge. That's a really, I wouldn't just, again, give credit to the steal, but the refs are looking for it.
Yeah.
So Spartans trail by 2 here, a little over a minute to go in the first quarter. It's been an exciting one. We're in for a contest tonight. Bad pass stolen away by Danye. Petrosky hustling back, but Danye is able to drop it. Les misses it with his left. Avon Cross grabbed it. Ball's loose. Now Brady's got it, and they call that a jump.
Good
Points
hustle
to the
by
Blue
Carrington
Raiders.
Smith getting up there and helping to get the possession.
Game's got a frantic pace. And although the Spartans look a little out of sorts right now, I'm sure they'll be very happy to keep this pace going throughout the game if that's the way Blue Raiders want to play it.
Yeah, it's one thing to hang with the Spartans for, 7-8 minutes, but come the third period when they're still at this speed and at this intensity, it's hard for teams to hang with them.
And you see, look, just like that, Blue Raiders running a half-court offense all the way out near the half-court line.
Yep.
So
they're trying to hold it for one more shot.
That's boring. It's like basketball in the 30s. How fun is this?
Let's get everybody out there to petition for a shot clock.
Dr. James Naismith would love this, and then they steal it away anyway. Danye with another steal. He's got 20 seconds, but he'll push into the trees, and he'll go to the line.
Well, Middletown looking for another offensive charge there.
So 17 seconds to go. Danye's missed his last 3 shots, I believe, so I'm sure he'll be happy to get the line and kind of find some rhythm again. First one's up, no good. See, Danye's started the game so hot. 18-16 Middletown leads in front of a great crowd tonight in the Spartan Center. Second one is on its way, and that one's good. I believe Danya has 11 first quarter points. Less than 10 seconds. Don't want to foul.
Walk.
That's a travel.
Plenty of time here for the Spartans to get more points to take the lead.
5 seconds. Zerbe's waving them down. Great spin. 5 seconds for Danye. Looks to push. Stops, off balance, doesn't go. All right, well, they had a shot at it. Okay, after one at the Spartan Center, Middletown 18, Milton Hershey 17. Don't go anywhere. You know it's going to be good. Get a few more people to watch. We'll be right back on MHSkids.org. Welcome back to Spartan Center. Mike Straub and Jay Garvey with you for this one tonight. Jay, one of the things I've always loved about the way Zerbe coaches, rarely does he call a timeout. I mean that seriously. He just lets the guys flow. He lets the game sort of happen. And he's very, he's verbal from the bench. He's not over there not doing anything. But I love the way he sort of lets the game breathe. I mean, he'll step in when he has to, but so many coaches overmanage their teams. Kids never feel comfortable. They don't know what to do without looking to the bench. Zerbe really lets his teams play.
Yeah, it's a great point. He is not going to get, upset and change everything they're doing, after a couple plays. I mean, we saw that last Camp Hill game. We found out what was not working. Halftime made some adjustments and came out. It was a totally different game. I think he uses those times in between quarters and halftime to make those big decisions. Other than personnel moves, you're right. He is not going to call timeout and change what he's doing.
Spartans had a real nice half-court set. Got a nice look inside, couldn't go. Then it's a nice rebound, and here comes the Spartans. Danye tries to slice through, trying to just do too much. She made an earlier pass. Now Jaden's got to get back on defense. Instead, it's dropped in for two.
Don't see that too often, Danye turning the ball over like that. Oh.
They're so aggressive trying to keep the ball out of his hands. That's a foul on Kyle Truesdale. It'll be the 6th team foul. So one away from the bonus are the Spartans. I should say the Raiders are really one away from committing the bonus. High screen by Josh Parr rolls off. Carrington working in the corner. Skip pass for Jaden Young. Carrington's having trouble kind of handling the ball tonight. Takes a three. Maybe that'll settle him down. Doesn't go. No, not enough contact. Middletown fans want a foul, but their man's just falling over. Nice drive by Trey Leach to drop it in. He smiles to his fans on the bench. So a quick 4-0 Middletown run, and Marcus Zerbe's going to call a very good timeout. Blue Raiders score the first 4 points of the quarter. So it's 22-17, their largest lead of the night. I'm ready to see that trapping zone, Jay. I just don't think that anybody, when you look at the way that Kyle Truesdale was falling on the floor with just mild pressure, I don't know why Zerbe doesn't unleash that full court press and let the Spartans trap all over the court.
Yeah,
easy for me to say.
Yeah, and again, we see Josh Parr out there. I think he's the pivotal part of that trap zone. I don't know if Zerbe's going to wait and see what if he can continue to. I mean, this game's still close. They're maybe he's at a point now where he feels like he can just wear down the Blue Raiders.
Nate Nell's into the game. There's Nate Nell, Wanwusin. He can shoot it.
Yep. He is in there for those threes.
And look, the Blue Raiders have gone to a zone of sorts. It's a box and one. There's Nate Nell for three. High rebound, doesn't go. Spartans nearly create a turnover on the rebound. Quick transition jumper off glass, no good. Parra has the board. Parra gives it up to Danye. Danye thought about it, gives it to Parra.
Oh.
Traveling.
I don't know about
I
that.
thought he actually got rid of the ball before he landed. I thought for sure they were going to call another foul.
Refs are certainly quick to the whistle tonight.
Well, I want to give the Blue Raiders a lot of credit. The scouting report, as Milton Hershey likes to run, the Blue Raiders are getting back on defense, and that's what's creating these offensive fouls. And there goes Trey Leach, another left-handed finish at the rim. That's a 6-0 run to start this quarter. Jaden, Naeem, another three. Spartans really letting it fly from three-point land. Pedro's going to check back in. Looks like we're also going to see Hillary Sokor come into the contest. The Spartans go small.
See Avon Cross come back in.
Avon Cross comes back in. Throw some size back out there.
Yep. Give Josh
He's
Parra a breather.
Josh Parra. .5:45 to go in the half. Middletown's had all the momentum since about the 3-minute mark in the first quarter. There's a pass down low, great position, but he lost it. Oh, the Spartans bailed him out, though. Never understood cheering for a foul. Got some fans down here cheering for a foul. Who wants to see fouls? Skip pass down low. Jaden Young stole it away. He thought he was out of position. Look how quickly Jaden Young pushes into the trees. Doesn't go. That cap remains on the bucket for the Spartans right now. Middletown looking to push. Goes right at Danye. It's no good. Plummer tip back is good. 8-0 Middletown run to start the second quarter. Danye, nice crossover. One-handed, is out of control, but Avon Cross misses it.
Got to make those layups.
Oh, a nice rebound by Middletown.
I know that's been a source of frustration for Coach Zerby with Avon. Is he makes that great play, but he does not finish. He's got to get there and get that ball in the net.
So Spartans just a little out of sorts right now. Go back to the bench. Hassan Kamaro's in for the first time. Carrington Smith is back in, and Danye stays on. Skip pass for Brady Fox. Trey Leach driving through again.
Quick foul there.
Didn't seem like a lot of contact to me, but Hassan Kamara is called for a foul on the floor. Inbounds to Fox. He'll try one from.
Nope. Got a foul down low, a hold.
Fouls on Kamara.
I saw that as going both ways. Those guys were battling for position down there. Coach Zerby looking like he's trying to get some clarification.
So a quick story. When I was down at the scorer's table before the game, chit-chatting with the guys and getting some rosters and things, one of the refs stopped me. Oh, an offensive rebound. 2 offensive rebounds. And the ref says hello. And
not sure how that's not a walk, but.
The ref says hello, and he says, we should get some stripes on you. And I said, not enough money in the world to get me out there to be a ref.
No.
And they're living up to it right now. Well, if there's a guy to foul, I'm guessing it's Brady Fox, who hasn't come close to the rim. I'm sure he'll make it now that I said that. Yep. I'm going to take the next quarter off, Jay.
Yes.
So it's a 10-point Blue Raider lead. He got them both. Now Mark Zerby's got to call a timeout. Regroup here. It's a 10-0 Middletown run to start this quarter. So
might be time to see that trap.
Got to do something to mix up the flow here. But I mean, give credit. Oh yeah, let's give credit. Speaking of giving credit to Mr. Dylan Bird, give him a vote. Penn Live's Mid-Penn Wrestler of the Week. So you got to go to PennLive.com, go over to the high school sports page, and vote for the Mid-Penn Wrestler of the Week. Bird reached the semifinals of the New Oxford Invitational. He pinned Northeastern's Corey Eaton to win the 3rd place in that tournament. He also recorded a fall that sealed a 1-point, 35-34 dual win over Trinity last Thursday night. Give that man some credit, Dylan Bird. I'll tell you what, I have all the respect for wrestlers. These guys work so hard.
Yep.
just grinding. Look at these refs. Now these refs are just being, I'm always picking on refs, but that was unnecessary. Guy was coming to get the ball. He had to put it on the floor. And Hassan Kamara turns it over, but Danye bails him out. Spins, gives it up to Hassan for 3. No good. Rebound, Carrington Smith.
Carrington might have got away
goes
with
up
a little bit of a push there.
Doesn't go. The cap remains on the hoop for the Spartans.
This is the way it was the other night. We've got to see them turning around.
Plummer to Leach. He's on fire. Nice block by Carrington Smith, though. Trey Leach does a real nice job just kind of occupying space around the basket. And as Middletown, there's a nice steal by Carrington Smith. So Jaden Young gives it to Danye. Trailing by 11. Double teamed, gives it up. Kamara gets stuck. Danye takes it away. Nice crossover, pulls up, hesitates, and doesn't go.
Good defense.
Here comes Middletown again.
Good hand in by Avon.
Trey Leach, you can tell he's feeling it. Gives it up for Truesdale. 3 is good. 31-17. Spartans still have not scored in the second quarter. Kamara, bad pass, bailed out by a foul. Tell you what, you're right. These guys love blowing the whistle. So Spartans can score with the free throw line, and Josh Parra's going to check back in. Although he's been denied entry.
Well, I think it's going to substitute him for Avon, who's originally was going to sub in for Avon, who was shooting, but he's going to come in now for Carrington. There we go. Broke the seal.
Avon Cross gets the first point of the quarter for the Spartans. (31-18) Middletown leads. Second one is in. Tell you what, how about battling onto the boards? Josh Parra and Ryan Hughes were on the floor. I'm telling you, I just think put a little more pressure on Ryan Hughes bringing it up. Might see a few more turnovers. Gets past Danye, then he takes about 12 steps.
That had to be a walk.
Okay,
thank you.
Just making sure. I'm not trying to pick on Ryan, but I think the Spartans could, if they put more pressure on them, to get more turnovers like that.
Yeah.
Danye will bring it up into a zone trap. He sees it coming. Kamara drives, and he's fouled by Trey Leach.
Tell you what, see Middletown, they're making some careless fouls. I think that's going to come back to haunt them here down the road.
Yeah, I think that's 2 on Leach. It is.
You know, most of their fouls have been those little handsies getting their paws in there.
So Hassan Kamara getting some significant run here in the second quarter. Will go to the line, 1-and-1. In and out. Nice box out by the Blue Raiders. Ryan Hughes brings it up, again guarded by Danye. 31-19, Spartans got to get on a run here. Shot fake and drive, Leach for 3, got it. Right out of his hands, I could tell that ball was in. He is feeling it right now. Pass ahead to Josh Parra, jump stop through the paint, off glass and in. Josh Parra drops 2 in.
Oh, that's a self-pass.
He bounced off his man. There's the hot hand. Parra goes right through that screen. We mentioned his physicality. Know what Leach is going for. You're only going to pass it. There's a 3. High, arching one is good. Kyle Truesdale. Middletown is going crazy in the Spartan Center right now. It's Jaden Young.
Get in for him. Oh. I don't know, Mike. We must be losing something in the distance from where we're standing into the floor. There must be a glare that's obscuring our view.
That one was something else. In the meantime, Hillary Sikorczyk back into the contest. Parra guarding Leach now. Plummer for three. This one's short. Long rebound. Danye has it. He'll look to push. Keeps it himself. This time it's a block. So Danye will go to the line. Under 2 minutes, Danye Baylor-Carroll at the line, trailing by 16 points. Easily the largest deficit the Spartans have faced at home this season. You know, we talked about the revenge factor from football. Let's not forget, Spartans beat Middletown on their court a little over a month ago.
Yeah.
So Spartans already did enact some revenge. And now it's Middletown looking to punch back here. Danye gets them both in and out. So he gets 1 out of 2. Deficit is now 15. Danye defending Hughes.
Yeah, you know,
Hughes dragged his pivot foot.
He's given up about 6 inches on him, but he's been playing a heck of a defense.
Quick jumper is good. Tell you what, everybody's hitting for Middletown. Yep. Even guys who aren't even on the roster. Not making that up.
Earlier.
Nice pass to Para. Strong, no good. Evon Cross gets fouled, so he's bailed out. He's bailed out by the nameless 34.
About a minute, just under a minute and a half here left in the second quarter.
Evon leaves it short. Looks like over on the bench over there, I see Trayvon Ferguson. Not in uniform tonight. He'll be back, assuming his eye gets better, next week. Evon gets 1 out of 2.
Yeah, I know they're looking forward to his defensive presence to come back. I mean, obviously it goes without speaking, you know, what kind of an athlete he is, but certainly a defensive force for us.
Here we go, Spartans with this trap.
Yep.
Now Trey Leach is able to get a hand on it. Leads to a 3, and maybe that was the danger because they have shot the ball well. Wild rebound, drops in for Hughes. Hillary Secor brings it up. Over to Para, he's got the baseline. His long bodies doesn't go. Everybody's got a hand on it. Evon will go back to the line.
Another hands foul on Middletown.
Third foul. It's now second foul on Truesdale. Evon misses that one. He gets that one to go. Spartans are down by 17 points. Middletown lobbing it through the zone press. They're able to beat it. This ball fake. And the Spartans drop back. Hughes drives. Nobody there. Bailed out by a foul. And they're going to get Hillary Secor behind him with the foul.
I think he might have called that on Josh.
Oh, he did, yeah. I thought he said 22. So second foul on Josh Para.
Raiders substituting in a lot of guys, a lot of fresh legs. That's probably what they're going to have to do to keep up with the Spartans.
Well, Truesdale has been hitting a bunch of threes. He's got 2 fouls. Don't want to pick up another one here with less than a minute to go in the half. That one's no good. Para grabs the board. Secor will push. Nice pass underneath for Avon Cross, but it doesn't go in. Just not the Spartans'
Once
night
again,
down
we gotta
low.
Finish those shots.
Seen so many slip away now.
I have a feeling Middletown's going to try and hold it here for the last shot.
I don't know. It's a team like the Spartans who can fill it up so fast. I'd score as many as you can. Yeah, the coach saying 1 shot.
There it is. Oh.
Nearly stolen away. Nearly stolen away twice.
Timeout.
30-second timeout by Middletown. So lots for Mark Zerbe to think about as they get ready to go to halftime here. throw the kitchen sink at him, try to get a steal right here and get another bucket. At 11 seconds till we go to the half, and a stunned Spartan crowd. We'll be back with you Friday night. Girls basketball, East Pennsboro, right here on MHSkids.org. You can watch on YouTube as well to see if Nancy Black and company can take down the Panthers. About 11 seconds till the halftime. Middletown has it.
Certainly don't want to see Spartans get any dumb fouls here.
And Spartans go deep in their bench as well to protect that. That's no good. Para out to Sakura at the halftime heave. He hit the front end. I don't think it would have counted, but just seeing it go in probably would have lifted some spirits in the gym. Tell you what, we are in for a shocker right now. Spartans led this game 10-2. They trail now 41-24. So take a quick break. We got some great programming at halftime, and we'll be back for the third quarter. Let's see if the Spartans can turn this thing around tonight on MHSkids.org.
We were looking for a way to connect with the students better than just using a phone, using email, because we knew that that was not a system that the students navigated to or responded to. They have their phone in their hand all the time. It's just their primary mode of communication.
I go to Penn State Harrisburg. I am a sophomore and I'm studying general bio. It's important to have a relationship with Milton Hershey School in general because it kind of reminds you of where you came from. And
it's really important for our students because the majority of them are first-generation college students. So it's really important for them to have somebody who is there to help them through that process. This is a great way that we can send group text messages and then it becomes individualized as soon as the students respond to the message.
Miss Ambrosic just texted me. She just said she wanted to check in and see how classes are going so far this semester for me.
When we initially got the texting platform, we had 60 kids who were missing documents. So we sent out 30 emails, 30 text messages. Within a 24-hour time period, we had responses from all of the text messages and had issues resolved. And with the email, we only had one response. Texting does work.
This is Student Home Piazza, and we are painting rocks for the Facebook group Set in Stone's Hidden Rocks to brighten our community.
I've created 2 rocks already. It'd be great if somebody found my rock because I would want to know if they brought them cheer or something.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to be kind. Kindness is free. You can pay it forward. You can be a spark. You know, MHS talks about being a spark. This is a way to be a spark. You can spread that kindness, spread that encouragement, spread that care. In the process, teach them things like caring and empathy.
If you make someone else happy, and if they're having a bad day, they could be happy for the rest of the day and make someone else feel happy.
That's great. I mean, they get it. They get it from simple little things. There's so many people in the world that are hurting, and knowing the backgrounds of the students that come to MHS, their fellow classmates, you know, could stand just somebody to reach out to them and to teach them in a different way helps them be a little bit more sensitive to the others around them, and they can be role models for others in this community and the community beyond.
There is no better place to find your spark than at Milton Hershey School. A place where you're surrounded by love, opportunity, and high expectations. Ask yourself, if not here, then where? If not now, then when? Finding our passion requires us to live from the inside out because our sparks come from within. Our passion is formed by who we are, where we came from, what we believe, where we are going, and who we want to be. So let's strive to be creators of positive sparks. Let's challenge ourselves to light candles of encouragement throughout the entire school community. We can't let anything dim the light that shines within. Our purpose is developed and revealed during the darker times of our life. The darker it gets, the spark within shines brighter and our purpose becomes even more clear. No amount of darkness can hide your spark of light. Find your spark. Be the spark. Share your spark. I truly believe that each of us is destined to make a difference. That we are made to accomplish amazing things.
We have been learning about sound in science class, and we've been talking about all the different ways that we can produce different sounds.
The students had to come up with their own plan for how they were going to be making their instrument.
A drum, rice, pasta, and some mac and cheese.
Sound is not just listening, it's using many senses.
It is a collaborative project.
They worked on constructing all different kinds of homemade musical instruments. I'd like the students to understand that when they would like to have something, that they learn that, hey, maybe I can make my own, maybe I'm the next inventor.
Today you're going to work on how it looks. We want to add color and add design. The aesthetics play a large part in anything. It's the first thing you see, it's the first thing you notice. They work really hard at the painting and the designing and the placement of all of their elements. Art connects with so many different subjects.
They could see how science and art and music are all related. And they are going to take their instruments and perform that in front of the whole school.
In first grade, I made this instrument that I used in the concert, and I shared this beauty of sound with somebody else.
The best way to learn is hands-on.
Nate came to us with a little bit of farm experience, and that kind of intrigued me a little bit.
So I've been working with all types of machinery and just hard work in general, mostly express service and more advanced services for vehicles.
On any given day, we can see on an average 80 to 150 cars come through the lane.
Cabin filter, brake fluid.
Yeah, I'm on a program at MHS. I've learned how to do most of this stuff, just on different cars.
You shouldn't need the extension. He picks up pretty quick, so definitely easy to follow instructions and get to work.
He's doing a really good job. He's putting his hands in there, getting dirty, and he really is enjoying what he's doing.
Feels pretty good, you know. You want to put more quality into it. You want to make sure everything's done right, and you just feel responsible and keep everything clean, you know. You want to make everything work right for the customer.
I'm an intern here with the White & Turner contracting company. I'm interested in engineering because it's something that I always wanted to do when I was younger. White & Turner itself, their Hershey office, they provided me with a lot of different opportunities to kind of immerse myself in what they do.
Like in a 10-story garage, there's probably, I don't know, 5,000 pieces of concrete.
and we have tried our best to expose Sebastian to many aspects of what we do, from bidding, work, from going out to job sites, a plant tour like we are today here at High Concrete Structures. They are a large precast concrete fabricator.
Wasn't really expecting, but it was there, and once I saw it, I realized how big they could, some of these structures can get.
You know, I hope he takes away a strong urge to continue his education, to endeavor into the field of engineering.
If I wasn't here, definitely wouldn't be doing an internship, but Milton Hershey gave me the opportunity to really understand what an internship can do, and gives me better insight as to what I want to do.
From what I've seen of Sebastian this summer, he has all the attributes of being a professional engineer in the future.
Welcome back. Third quarter right underway here. And look, Jay, the Spartans have come out with Josh Barr at the top of that zone. We'll see if it creates some havoc. If you're just joining us, it has been a rough one tonight. Spartans trail 41-24 at home to a Middletown team they beat about a month ago at Middletown. There's a three-pointer, and it's good.
Looks like they're picking out right where they left off. They were unbelievable shooting from the field. Spartans started off just as hot, but have not been able to connect with the basket since then.
Danye misses that three. I mean, if that's not a walk, what game are we playing? But I'm going to lay off the refs. Okay, so Ryan Hughes gives it up. It's now a 20-point Blue Raider lead. Make it 23. In and out. Danye looks to push. He's got Jaden there. Gives it to Pedro instead.
Oh, we're going to get the block.
We're going to call a foul on Brady Fox. Pedro go to the line. Zerby's happy, gives the claps. Spartans in transition. That's where they score. So they've missed their first two shots the third quarter. Really struggled from the field in the first half. See if changing ends can help them out. And Pedro spent a bunch of that half on the bench with 2 fouls. Gets the shooter's roll. Spartans had a 10-2 lead in the first quarter. But after a timeout from Middletown, it has been all Blue Raiders. Pedro only gets 1 out of 2. Long rebound. Josh Parra battling. I think last touched. I think they got that one right. I think that you saw bodies flying, but I think it was last touched by Middletown. You see them not arguing very much. I like the ref on the baseline, just not even pretending to make a call.
Yeah, he was not gonna own that one. Not even sure what that was.
Yeah, it got Josh Parra away from the ball, moving screens. It'll be 3rd foul on Josh Parra, I believe. Yep.
It's going to be real important here for the Spartans to not get overwhelmed with that deficit, to just chip away at it. They got a whole half of basketball to play. They don't have to make that whole thing up right away.
Trey Leach has got a call foul on Carrington, reaching in. These are tough games when you're down and you feel like the whistle's always blowing. It's so hard to find some rhythm. Second foul on Carrington. Trey Leach misses that one. He is playing with a lot of confidence on the road tonight. All smiles at both ends. It's number 23, Trey Leach. Danye will bring it up, down by 20. Pedro, long three. Didn't really get set, doesn't go. Battle for the board. Parra has it. Gives to Jaden, shot fake and drive. Nice jump step, drops it in. Nice take by Jaden Young.
It's a nice drive there. See that? Yep. And that right there is exactly why they have Josh. I was talking with one of the assistant coaches, and they said what makes him so valuable is his background as a soccer goalie.
He's very athletic at the top of the zone. Quick pass to the baseline. They'll look at Leach wide open.
Clean
nice defense by
Carrington.
Now Danye looks to push 3-on-1,
Good
gives
pass.
it to Josh Parra, and he drops it in. Spartans can score in bunches, and they need to right now.
Oh,
and
there
it's
we
stolen
go.
away. Danye's got it, 3-on-2. Great, no, it was a great pass.
Such a good pass, Josh didn't even know it was coming.
Yep.
It's okay, they need to keep this pressure up.
Yep. See, Middletown doesn't have a true point guard, just lobbing it back and forth. And that's where he trapped now. Come get him. Pass to Fox at the rim, drops it in. Danye will push, 47-29. Pedro for three, got it.
Pedro.
Rattles at home. Pedro Rodriguez, 47-32.
Certainly going to hope that Coach Zerby's giving him the green light, taking a shot from out there.
The pass head, bounce back Plummer. He'll try to answer with a three. No good. Rebound.
Oh, come on.
I'm with you, Jay.
The ref who was standing right there doesn't even make the call.
Hughes will try a three. No good. Rebound. Carrington, it's a foul.
Oh, they're going to get a foul on Hughes.
I think. No, it is. So Spartans get it back, down by 15. 5:07 to go in the third. That last three by Pedro kind of gives the room a different feel. So Parr has to come out with 3 fouls. Yvonne Cross replaces him. Danye, who's been quiet since that initial spurt. Carrington has the baseline. Nice drive. That's blocked. Now Middletown pushes Truesdale. That's really a good foul by Danye. Let's not give up any more free buckets. And I think it's just Danye's first.
It's actually his second.
It's his second foul, so Danye only has 2. This is Kyle Truesdale, one of the many seniors, knocks it down. In fact, every player on the court right now for Middletown is a senior, so it's another thing. These guys played on the road before. They've played in this building before. They've played against Danye, Baylor, Carroll before.
Actually, I also believe, I think Hughes and at least 1 or 2 of them also play on an AAU team with a lot of our guys, so they're not certainly unfamiliar to each other.
Jaden Young brings it up, unobstructed, to Pedro in transition, gets caught.
Nice.
And he hits it. So Pedro Rodriguez starting to heat up a little bit, 49-34. See, now I want somebody to cheat up. You know you're going to go back to that guy. Oh, you see Pedro did it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but then you leave your guy back door.
Yeah, but he misses it, and Pedro grabs the board. See, I had it all the way, Jay. Nothing to worry about. Pedro nearly loses it.
Christie.
Boom! That's a 3. Christie Henrys knocks it down.
Spartan Center coming alive.
12-point game. Lob over to Plummer. Quick 3 by Plummer. No good. Weak side board, Jaden Young. He takes a hit. Now he'll push. All the way to the basket.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Derek.
Offensive foul is called against Jaden Young. You see Zerby clapping it up, saying that's okay. It's actually only the first foul against Jaden Young, so really no harm done. Nice defense by Yvonne Cross. Look at that.
I tell you one thing they say about him too. He's a competitor. You can look at him.
Yeah. The Middletown dads are angry, which means we're doing something right. That's got to be a walk, but it'll be a foul. See who it goes against. Henrys? Yeah,
yes.
First foul on Christie Henrys. Send Ryan Hughes to the line.
Not quite sure what the Middletown coach is upset about.
Hughes comes up empty, so Spartans are back to within 12. They've trailed by as many as 20. Hughes misses them both. Long rebound. Christie Henrys has it, and he throws it away. Gosh, just be strong with the ball. But another miss. This time Henrys has it and almost throws it away again. But Pedro has it. Pull up 3 for Pedro Rodriguez. No good. Long rebound. Nobody there.
Coach Zerby telling them they need to calm down once they've got it on the offensive end. Spartan's playing with a lot of passion and enthusiasm right now.
I'm an Avon Cross defense fan. I watch that man play defense. Look at him in position, just taking his stance in a menacing way. Go get it, Avon. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Oh, now the guy in the bottom of the court makes a call.
Mike, we're going to have some FCC problems, I think, by the end of this game.
Well, the problems are going to be with our Middletown dads who are complaining below us, the antagonists. I'm assuming they're dads. They might just be a group of ruffians. Those shots up. Comes up empty. Long fight for the board. Pedro has it. It's 2 on 3. Who's got it now? And they say Danye had it and stepped out of bounds. Wild pace to this game right now. Parra's back in with 3 fouls. Gotta trap it right there. Gotta trap right there. Plummer has it. Goes up strong. Nothing there. Battle for the board. Didn't step out of bounds? I guess not. So the scoreless streak ends with a Middletown basket, and there's another foul.
That's a perfect example of Danye drawing the foul.
He's very good at that. He's done that 3 times tonight. Second foul on Tyler Petrosky. Now Danye's got it. Across those man. Henry's for another 3. Back iron doesn't go. Parra's getting slammed around. Tried to bounce it off the guys who went out of bounds, and it stayed in. And Danye gets a reach.
Okay, these refs.
This will be 3rd foul on Danye Baylor Carroll, reaching in that time. Chris Plummer goes to the line, and he rolls it in. (52-37), 2:36 in the 3rd quarter. Plummer misses that one. Rebound. Spartans can't quite grab the board. Touch the line and stays with Middletown. Naeem Cross will check into the game. He's going to replace Henry's. Tell you what, Henry's hit a 3. Set this place on fire for a moment. Middletown has it back. Quick 3. See, that's not a jump ball.
Yeah, I don't.
It's
the
just
ball came
good defense
out of his hands, and he
Spartans,
caught it.
Spartans get it back, but it's really just defense.
Oh, the refs.
For once, so now the Middletown fans and I agree. So here we go. Jaden Young will push. Naeem in the corner. Jaden drives, left hand, hangs and he rolls off. I don't know how that didn't go down. Pass ahead, look at Danye. Is he playing free safety back there? And Danye will push. Pulls up at the free throw line, he's stuck. Gives it up for Naeem. Naeem gives it to Josh Parra on the baseline. Hangs and misses. Ball is loose. Ball is still loose. Middletown will run it down. Pass through. Stolen back by Jaden Young, but I think last touch and it goes out of bounds.
I'm almost feeling like this is a rugby match.
Oh, it's rough. I mean, we complain a lot about the whistles, but sometimes these possessions look crazy. You can't believe there's not a whistle. And Zerby's going to put Avon Cross back into the game because Parra's playing with all those fouls. Just dangerous out there with 3. So Cross will check back in. So it's Cross, Rodriguez, Baylor Carroll, Jaden Young. And a 15-point Middletown lead. Quick trap, nothing there. Truesdale thought about it.
That's okay.
Totally out of control.
Thank you.
He's caught walking. Nice defense by the Spartans. You know, it's almost like they clued in that time. That's David Alcock, 6'3" forward, who had the ball at the top of the key. It's like the Spartans knew, let's put pressure on him, and it does result in a turnover. Naeem picks up his dribble too early. Adanye working against a double team. Tries to pull up, nothing there. Pedro will take a three. Rolls off.
Problem Pedro being out there hitting those threes is we need him down below getting rebounds.
Ugly shot controlled by Avon Cross. Gives it to Jaden Young. Spartans going fast. They got to score a lot. Jaden tries to do it. Pedro, nice little jab step, pulls up. Doesn't go. Battle for the board. Plummer has it. Lobbed ahead for Trey Leach. He does a nice job to stay in bounds and kind of slow things down for a minute. About a minute to go in the third. Spartans had a spurt here. Now they got to try to sustain it into the fourth. Alcock down low, lobs it back out. Spartans trapped there, top of the key. Truesdale got it. He's hit a handful of them tonight. 55-37. Danye tries to answer with three of his own, hand in his face, not even close. Classy.
Yeah, nice.
Chance airball at high school kids.
Yeah, dads.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
.30 seconds to go. Lobbed back across. Nice defense by Avon.
Timeout, Middletown.
Middletown loves these end of the quarter timeouts. So Spartans will take it. Spartans, I mean, I sound crazy saying this, Jay. They're not out of it. They score so fast. They just got to find some rhythm.
Yep.
Get a few of them to drop. Once again, while you're watching us, open a fresh browser window if you're at your computer and go vote for Dylan Bird, Penn Live Mid-Penn Wrestler of the Week. He's one of the candidates this week after his third place finish at the New Oxford Invitational and a huge, huge pin in the win over Trinity. Think about the pin. They won that duel 35-34. That means he had to win by pinfall to get the full 6 points to secure the win for his team, and he stepped up and did it.
Clutch.
Voting closes Wednesday at 6 p.m. So go to Penn Live, go to the Wrestler of the Week, and vote for Dylan Bird. He deserves it. .23 seconds to go in the third. Hughes guarded by Cross. There's Trey Leach. He has been really solid on the road tonight. Spartans looking for the steal. Got to be careful not to give up another ticky-tack foul. It's really been the story for the Spartans. Haven't found a rhythm, and that's inside for Hughes. Drops it in at the buzzer. Middletown loves that. The lead is back to 20 to start the fourth quarter. Spartans scratched back to within 12. They have quite the mountain to climb, and we'll be back here for all the action right after this. You can only imagine what Mark Zerby is saying to those guys right now, trying to draw up some magic, draw up some energy, breathe some life into this place. Might as well leave it all on the floor. Let them call every foul. Give it everything you got. So let's set the Spartan lineup. You got Nate Nell, Juan Woosten out there, Jaden Young, Danye Baylor-Carroll, Pedro Rodriguez, and Avon Cross to get this thing started. Down by 20. Catch fire, make a little history tonight. Trey Leach has it.
You're going to see Middletown really try and slow the game down here. I would not see them rushing to get off any shots.
Well, there's a steal by the Spartans, just like that. Jaden Young, Pedro in transition, drops it in. All right, 18-point game. Let's start chalking them down. Spartans drop out of the zone press. There's kind of a man-to-man press. Avon looking for the steal. Pedro's now helping out. Trey Leach is wide open. Not any contact, basket and the foul. Just not much there.
You know, you hate to say it, but refs they are not intended to be a factor in this game, but as much as I hate to say it.
No, I mean, you can't, there's no denying it. The refs got in a rhythm tonight on calling just about everything in sight, and once they got in that rhythm, they couldn't stop. Trey Leach makes it a three-point play. Largest lead of the night, 21. Nate Nell for three. Back iron. And the problem, that shot's just too quick. Nobody's in position to rebound.
No, and he needs to get himself set. And, you know, he can hit it when he's got himself set, but can't rush it.
But I'm guessing he's on the floor right now. Coach said, we need you, Danye, Pedro, Jaden, hit some threes. Nice pass, nice fake pass, I should say, by Plummer. It comes up empty. Battle for the board. Avon has it.
It's going to be Spartan ball.
Here comes Danye. Such a dramatic start. This one's no good. Middletown fans wanted to push up. Their man just got crossed up. He just fell over. Truesdale thought about it. He drives in, and Avon sends it into the rafters. Nice block by Avon Cross.
Youngsters certainly bringing some passion tonight.
There's Leach. Again, I think you mentioned quality acting jobs. I don't think Nate Nell had much in there. Josh Parr will check back in. Trey Leach is an experienced senior. Give credit to him being in position to get those calls. He's done that all night, really. Knocks that one down. Parra checks back in. Places Avon. Avon really been the bright spot tonight. If you wanted to pick something out, and the night the Spartans have been off, he's been quite a nice defensive spark.
Well, and I think where you see it is right now is in the scoreboard. The Spartans only have 39 points at this point. Usually they have that in first half, maybe even first quarter.
Jaden will try a three.
There we go.
It's so true. These guys were averaging better than 80 points a game. I mean, the kind of numbers high school teams rarely put up, and they have been humbled tonight by a really well-executed Blue Raider game plan. Hughes has it knocked away, still on the ground. Parra has it, and he has it stolen by Leach, and he misses, and he's bailed out by a Danye foul.
That's his fourth.
Leach, the impressive senior, knocking down these free throws too. I jinxed him. Nate Nell will push it. Lobs for Parra. Saves it back to Nate Nell. Jaden for three. Not there. Tip-in doesn't go. Nate Nell has his blocked. Now for Jaden. Too much for Parra and goes out of bounds. Just out of sorts tonight. Backdoor Trey Leach. Smart play, and Zerby's got to call a timeout. Well, this is just the kind of game halfway through the season, a little bit past the halfway point in the regular season. Just humbles you.
Yep.
These guys will show back up tomorrow and regroup. Just got to refocus.
Well, we figured we were going to see a different Middletown team tonight, too.
We talked about that.
They certainly have executed. They've certainly been hitting their shots. I mean, we talked about at the beginning of the game, the first game, 3 players represented pretty much their whole offense. They have certainly spread it around tonight. On the flip side, Spartans have really struggled to get the ball in.
Yeah, and Spartans are a team that, you hear this phrase too often, live and die by the 3. Spartans, they shoot a lot. They shoot everywhere a lot. They're not just really a 3-point shooting team, but easily their worst shooting performance of the season. Just have not been able to get them to drop. Some early foul trouble, threw off kind of their usual rotation. And they just haven't found that rhythm.
And again, from that initial spark we saw from Danye, he's been held in check.
He really has. Nate Nell misses a 3. They need a turnover. Instead, they find Plummer underneath for 2. Danye will take one. Doesn't go. Nate Nell tips it. Parra has it. Gives it to Pedro. And drops in 2.
Down by 23.
This defense from Danye takes a forearm.
Oh, that's a hold right there. Thank you.
They got it on Hughes, yeah.
Yep, he was holding them.
He was. Lobbed in for Pedro. For some reason, the Middletown coach is still yelling about this. Christy Henry's for 3 doesn't go. Plummer. That's going to be it for Danye.
Yeah, and I don't want to keep harping on it, but that was he was just standing there.
Yep. Now, to tell you how different this game is, you wonder when the last time Danye Baylor-Carroll fouled out of a game. Probably a long time ago. I'm not quite sure why adult grown men are cheering for a high school kid not being able to play basketball, but that's...
it's probably all they got right now.
Plummer misses that one.
The Spartans team too, one of the things you like seeing here too is they have always been known for and actually have won the awards for the sportsmanship and poise. See that not only from the team but from the fans, which we are very proud of here. Don't see that unfortunately everywhere.
Christy Henry's had it knocked away. Hustles, gets it back, gives it to Pedro, has his shot blocked. Middletown really trying to go to that backdoor offense. They run that classic Princeton cut. Trey Leach drops in 2 more. The Middletown barrage is on. Henry's for 3, gets it to go. Christy Henry's got a nice left-handed finish with that jumper too. Always love the left-handed jumpers.
Chris Mullen.
Driving dish for Trey Leach.
Good defense there, Josh Parra.
He was guarded by Hassan Kamara. Drives and hits. 6'4" senior guard, and stolen back in off the inbounds, but comes up empty, and Kamara looks to push. Goes out of bounds.
Just over 3 minutes left here, 4th quarter.
Hassan steps in, doesn't shoot it. Hillary Secor does. Doesn't go. Battle for the board. Henry's runs it down, gives to Avon. Right hand at the rim.
Oh.
Doesn't go. So Von Cross will take 2 at the line. Doesn't go. Gets 1 out of 2. Into that defensive stance. Nice run tonight for a sophomore, Avon Cross. Brady Fox has it rejected. Christy Henrys goes for it again, gets him again. Look at Pedro through the trees, keeps his dribble somehow.
Pedro trying out for the Globetrotters.
Right. There goes Hassan Kamara, and he's fouled by Ryan Hughes. Hughes reminds me of myself as a player, Jay. Basically, in that every time the whistle blew and it was on me, I couldn't believe it was on me.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe that foul was on me. What are you talking about?
I was wondering where you were going to go with that.
I was going with that. I was going straight to that.
Me?
Exactly. As you can tell by the way I treat the refs in our live streams, I was not the most.
That is his 4th.
Yes. So we've had lots of who me's. What? No, couldn't have been me.
Did you ever get to the point where you started pointing to the other player, though?
Oh, I would walk over with my teammate and go, no, it's his jersey. It was him. You want to say his number.
So you were that guy.
I was that guy. Son Kamara knocks it down.
Dare we say cut it to 22?
Spartans were as close as 12 in the 3rd quarter. Their largest lead was 8.
Oh, that had to be a walk.
We'll take the steal.
Good pass.
Pass over to Pedro. He stops at the 3-point line. Doesn't go. Avon Cross.
Nice. As you said, Zerby's going to have to be happy with what he saw from the youngster today.
Yeah, a lot of hustle from Avon.
Speaking of youngsters, we're looking to see Cam Webster, freshman, getting ready to come in the game. Giving some of these younger guys big game experience. That's how you build the program.
Under 2 minutes, Hughes thought about it. He runs to some trees and just throws it away. Kamara has it, spins away, nice move. Takes it all the way in, doesn't go. Pedro battling. Ball's on the ground, still on the ground. Middletown comes with it. Saw a foot go flying.
Ref's just telling him.
Lobbed ahead for Hughes. Secor tries to take a charge, but Hughes drops it in. Lobbed ahead.
Oh, that's going to be a foul.
Both guys give each other a high five, no big deal. I think Pedro's night is finished. Blue Raiders going to empty the bench here, and deservedly so. Their seniors did the job tonight on the road. So now they get that victory lap from their coach. They did a very nice job executing their game plan. They took Danye Baylor-Carroll out of his rhythm tonight.
Well, especially after the hot start that he had.
Yeah, took Pedro Rodriguez out of his rhythm. And the ball will stay here. Kicked by the Spartan defense. So yeah, there's a freshman on the floor, Cameron Webster. I know they're excited about him at the football field. Also, Karan George is on the court.
Yep, another freshman.
So two ninth graders. Nice drive by Middletown. And Hassan Kamara, nice drive of his own. You can tell Hassan has got a lot of athleticism. He's got to kind of find that confidence when in the heat of the game. He's a junior. He'll be back next year. Misses them both. Rebound, though. Christy Henrys runs it down. Oh, it goes out of bounds. Just couldn't keep it in play. This man-to-man press by the Spartans here. Christie steps up. So we're under a minute now. What's been a very off night for the Spartans. There's a man enjoying himself. It's Jared Myers. He's a 5'9" senior.
They're all hitting tonight.
They are, yeah. It's a nice try by Karan George, challenging the shot. 9th grader going up against probably another senior from Middletown. Henry's thought about it. He drives, pulls up, doesn't go. Myers has the board. There he goes. Blocked. Put Karan George in the scorebook with a block. It's kicked out of bounds.
Refs all looking at each other.
Yeah. "13 seconds here. San Kamara knocks down a 3.
Spartans fighting to the end.
And that is how this one will end. So we appreciate you sticking it out with us tonight on MHSkids.org. An off night for these Spartans. We have a girls game on Friday night, and I believe we have a boys game against Trinity the following Friday.
Next Friday.
Next Friday. So 2 Fridays from now. So the first game we got is Friday girls hoops right here, MHSkids.org. And then the boys game in 2 Fridays. Trinity comes to town here. Trinity, the only other team to beat the Spartans prior to tonight. That's going to be a good one. So Spartans just got to regroup. Jay, any final words?
Nope, just obviously a disappointing night, but again, we talked about the effect of having at least that 1, maybe 2 losses on your record that can help free some of the stress. It's a long season. We got to get ourselves into the playoffs. I think the hope is to win the division here to get yourself in that mid-pen playoff. But some good things we saw tonight. Some things that Zerby hopefully can pick up on. But again, not to harp on it, but I feel like we were playing 2 teams tonight.
Yeah, and I want to say that the team, you touched on this, the sportsmanship side of it, they handled that probably better than I was handling it up here in terms of putting up with the sound from the kids in the front row, the Middletown kids in the front row, Middletown dads and refs. Our guys really kept their heads in it. There was no technical fouls, which you tend to see when teams are really, put out of sorts. So credit to our guys once again on the sportsmanship side of things. Did a really nice job. And we know they'll be back stronger next game. So for everybody who makes these live streams possible on MHSkids.org, we appreciate the hard work that you guys do. And appreciate you joining us. We'll see you again on Friday and then another boys game next week. For Jay Garvey, my name is Mike Straub. Have a wonderful evening.
Good night, folks.